Welcome back to Midwest Linux Gaming. As we can see, I finally got the bloody overlay to work again. God, you would not believe the amount of steps I had to go through again to try and get it to work. I finally got it working, which is amazing, but as we can see, the game in the menu runs at 1,000 frames per second. Anywhere between, 12, anywhere between, 2,000 and 500. God, I love it when you turn VSync off and the game's like, I'm just gonna give you multiple thousands of frames. This game will run on a potato. At least the menu will. Anyway, I'm your host, as usual, Stompin' Llama. Welcome back to Midwest Linux Gaming. Today we're going to be playing the demo for Escape from Ever After, which is, I believe, a game that Richard, one of our lovely chatters, has suggested to look into. And I noticed that they had a demo, I believe. I know he recommended it, and now that there's a demo out, that's great. We'll see how this goes. I am a fan of these. These are what I call them. I call them Paper Mario-likes. I don't know what else you would call them. There's at least one other in this genre, Bug Fables, which I've played a chunk of, not all of it. I think I was trying to kill one of the secret bosses and got myself horribly massacred. I think I could kill him, but we were having issues. But anyway, let's get started, shall we? They say it's the Next Fest demo, but the fact that the demo is still up, even long after the Next Fest is up, that's fine. Yes, it's most definitely a Paper Mario-like. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Ah. Flint, Tinder, and... a Wolfman. Wolfgang. An employee has gone missing, you say? Oh, Sherlock Holmes! Never returned. The Shadow over Innsbeek. That is a reference to The Shadow over Innsmouth by H.P. Lovecraft. No, it is not. I could summarize The Shadow over Innsmouth. It's actually a pretty interesting story. Actually, I know both the published version and the chunks that were saved of his draft version. Ah, no budget. The demo chapter, The Shadow over Innsbeek. Kaboom. Okay, we have items. We have a very specific inventory, just like Paper Mario. 8 items. Those are good. Flint is a shield man. Their outfits, cool. Okay, and trinkets are badges. Action assist, huh? Okay, so this is for the augmented attack things that Paper Mario and Mario RPG have always had, both guard and assist. We'll have to see how they actually go. Okay. And we can swap partners. There's our jump. Jump and a shield throw. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yes, please do. I need to see how fluid these are. It's got that Paper Mario kind of music to it. Right as Flint catches the buckler on its return. I thought I did. There we go. There we go. And there's perfect blocks, okay. Quick practice round, eh? Missed. Ow. There we go. Seems a little tighter than I would expect, but, that's fine. It is self-referential. As any handy Paper Mario should be. No clue why we have this. Uh-oh. A deep one, or whatever they're called. Mocha points. MP, okay. They're like flower points, only with coffee. Oh, I missed that. Something horrible. Ow. Oh, I have to... multiples. Okay. So you did have to hit that for every attack. Okay, that's a little different than most Paper Mario likes, but I appreciate it. Decked out coffee. Suggest you go back the way you came, eh? I'm assuming that's possibly it. And those are our save icons. Cat. Very much like Shadow over Innsmouth, the people are very... how do you put it? Off-putting of outsiders. It's not like you had much of a choice. Tinder. God, he got beat up something horrible. Those fishmen, I swear. That is, yep, that is exactly correct. Pay money? There's our coins. Bugger. Ah, we already have the nectar. Oh, a plant. Very much reminiscent of kind of Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time's Ocarina. Kind of. Not really, it's a much simpler version, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. Wolfgang. Oh, that's a trinket. And there's our key. More fishmen! Oh, more of them. Oh, that is... Oh. They don't seem to have that much health, which is good to see. And looks like by charging for heals, they do away with the standard Super Mario, Paper Mario thing of just run back to the save point and heal. Which, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. We'll have to see. It seems like we're getting stuck on random geometry. It's like the third or fourth time we've had that happen. So there's platforming, which is good. The old one. Meanwhile, it was always the deep ones. In Shadow over Innsmouth. I'm just very familiar with Lovecraft's work. At a town square. Okay, you just don't want to say anything, my good sir. Embrace the void, stranger. Embrace the void. Embrace it, you say. Never. Now, there's the hotel, and we very clearly need to go up there. West of here, you say? And I'm assuming this is the trinket shop. Oh, this is just the item shop in general. Cup of Joe. Poison. Fire. I'm assuming these are trinkets. No? Yes. Oh, now that one... Both of those could be quite good. We have a side quest to do. There's a locksmith. Ah, we can't go that way. Alright, locksmith, what do you need us to do? The docks, you say? The docks. Docks are located... It's the area we came from. Oh, looks like some items respawn with coins. Cat. Can't pet the cat, but you can, in fact, let cat meow, which is also just fine. Ah! Hmm. Huh. I didn't know how else to deal with him. There we go. We did take a decent chunk of damage. Flint did. But not that much. Not enough to be concerning at the very least. Oh, that didn't cost any health. Thankfully. Oh, thankfully no health was lost. Yay. And I'm glad that there are points where coins respawn, because that could be bad otherwise. There you go. Now, I don't know if this is going to be helpful or not, but I don't see why it's not a good thing. Creatures from the dark lurk. We noticed. Might as well hit the save point. The game seems amazingly stable, and running at 800 frames per second, that's not bad at all. One is locked. Once again, stuck on random nothing. Four. Well, they're all locked, so we'll have to see, what the front desk can do for us. I imagine he's probably in one, if I had to guess. There you are. Also reads pretty much exactly like Shadow over Innsmouth. Oh. Gwala, Cthulhu, Ragnell, or Isla. It's actually Cthulhu Fatagan. Okay, we're already at full HP. Good, good. So unlike Shadow over Innsmouth, we're not going to have to immediately escape. Whee! Really short range dragon fire. Free poison. Cannot complain there. Oops, that was probably not the smartest decision. Ho! Oh. Let's see what a Wolfgang can do. Well, that seems pretty strong, all things considered. Oh, that is a problem. Piercing defense and ignoring shields. Missed. Well, that was easy enough. Probably a lighthouse key. Oh, for room 3. Wonder if that's where either Sherlock is being held or Shenanigans. Shenanigans is the most likely, I would say. And we actually didn't take that much damage, so there's actually no point in healing. This looks more like the standard Shadow over Innsmouth room. Do not read, so let's read it. True love's bitter rejection. Whee! And our first outfit. Shortcut. That is an unusually spaced... door. On our way to the lighthouse. Ow! So once he hits a certain amount of health, they chop off their heads. I only got 2 of those. There we go. Ooh. We definitely need to... Oh, come on. Need to put some health on us. Both of those are dead. Full yes! Full level! Now normally, actually the ideal scenario in every Paper Mario is badge points. Always more of those. Like, unironically, that is the best thing you need to do. Ah, that's the direction we had to go anyway. Ah! Ah! Ow. Ah. Missed it. Oh! Missed. It's definitely Paper Mario-like, and I am in fact enjoying it a lot. Oh, you can do action commands on that. That is brilliant. Ow. Unless the fire keeps burning our shield, which it might actually be doing. Okay, that just leads us back around. Ah ha ha ha! I'm not entirely sure this is going to work how I'm thinking it's supposed to. Okay, that did work exactly how I thought it was going to. Why did I... That was not what I meant for you to do, but whatever. Ow! Ow. That was not at all what I meant for you to do. There we go. And I can see a nice addition in that there's no main character. Like, all the characters are not only perfectly playable, but, swappable. In most circumstances. Detective Holmes has been here. Well, I mean, we kind of expected that. Oh boy. I mean, it's not that helpful, to be honest. Ow. Of course, a suckler. Ow. He's about dead. Oh, now you're gonna stack like that. Of course you are. Of course you are. Of course. That thing is absolutely an annoyance. Like, absolutely an annoyance. One of us is down. And let me guess, that uses up my turn? Yeah, and he actually can't do anything. I hate you. I have no clue how much health you have either. Yeah, now we need to go and heal up, because holy cow, we are dead on resources. That means we gotta redo that puzzle again. And of course, the only restore point is all the way back at the docks. There we go. Now everyone's alive. It's unusual to see any frame drops such as this whenever we're in a loading screen, but that appears to be what happens. Just a brief drop in frames. But just when you're in a loading screen. That's exceptionally weird. There we go. Fortunately, it looks like enemies don't respawn, which is exceedingly helpful. Madam Quail. We're looking for our friend Sherlock Holmes, matriarch of the Quail family. And Wolfgang. But of course, ma'am. Whoa! That was an unusual whoops. Haha! I'm fairly certain you're not supposed to be able to get out of bounds, but it looks like we somehow have, and that is let's get back to that and not accidentally whoops out of bounds. That's that could be related to the unusual. Yep, there's a rogue geometry piece somewhere around there. And again, it's hard to tell if this is a Linux-based problem or if the demo's just like that. That is just highly concerning that's just there. And the fact we've been getting caught on random pieces of ground geometry anyway is unusual. Oh, that's physics objects that are just going everywhere. More rogue geometry. What about Angry Chef? Duckster. Fresh worms and berries. We're encountering a lot of just random geometry. That is highly concerning. He will not move until noted. Yes, please do let me through. Fishman. Okay, that's not the one we need. Is this one slightly closer? No. I can't quite coyote time it. There we go. Snip. And off goes his head. There we go. There we go. Goodness, those octopi are terrible. Oh, that's deep water. Berry Garden is that way. Okay, so the upper right one, and then we cannot, in fact, move them. Oh, I get it. And needs to be in the U, and then U on the right of it. Goes to the right of it, and U to the left. And then the middle two ignited. Sometimes they are brilliant. Other times they are just fairly basic puzzles. Of course they do. I appreciate the whole being able to double, double swap your partners like that. That's pretty good. Being able to swap your partners, it's actually quite a useful thing. Quite a bit more strategy than a lot of other fairly basic versions could have. And physics objects go wild. Your sous chef. We know exactly where they are, and they're not over here. Obsessively saving, as I always do. From the journal. I found something truly heinous in the manor. Oh, that's concerning. So he's just left. And Madame Quail. Or should we say a quail? And of course it leads up to the main bedroom. Of course. Unsettling to say the least, my good sir. We probably could spend some koi. 15! Oh, so it gets more expensive the further you go in it to a chapter. I want those out. Whee! Uh-oh! Boss fight! From Guli Matagen, Magolfragen, Cthulhu Rele, Wagner Flang, Fatanga, as usual. Oh god. He is very angry. Oh, he resists being knocked out. Ow. Well, we know he's knockout resistant, so. He does obtain burn. Ow. Burn is exceptionally good. Mmm. Ho! Completely immortal in that form, eh? There's nothing else I can particularly... What could we do to knock him out of that form? Yeah, there's nothing else we can target. Oh! Well, that was supposed to happen. The Order of the Feather! It's, Let's load up the page. It's to be released later in the month. In fact, it unlocks... the planned release date is in... Shit, 8 hours. There's no price listed on it. Honestly, not a bad demo. And plays pretty well, other than the random... random pieces of geometry, which are random pieces of geometry. Game releases in 8 hours, approximately. Which means somewhere around 9, 10 a.m. Eastern. No price listed. Honestly, would... probably worth it. I don't think that's supposed to be a white square. So clearly something is not quite right. Like there's... I don't know if the random pieces of geometry are just Linux problems or what. But that's entirely possible. And as we can see, the game runs on basically a potato. Considering we're well above 900 frames per second. 9 or 8, somewhere in there. With only dips briefly every loading screen, which... That's when, I guess that's what it takes when the map loads. I have no idea if it's going to be worth the price. But if it's anything like the price of, what's Bug Fables? Bug Fables was $20. If it's anything like that kind of price, it'll probably be worth it. But for all the Paper Mario style goodness you're gonna get. And considering we don't get a Paper Mario game like this on Steam very often, on PC very often, it's always good to have. Just, you never know when you're gonna stumble across one. And the demo was pretty accurate, from what I can tell, to what you're gonna get. It was apparently a Kickstarter one, mostly to devs. Honestly, not bad at all. So, yeah. That's the Escape from Ever After demo. It runs well. We don't know the price range. We'll see if they mention anything on Steam about that. They are apparently Steam Deck certified, which is good to hear. Yeah, there's nothing on the here about the price, which is always a concerning thing. I'm not gonna lie, especially for a game such as this. Price always is a concern with an indie game. Like, this one, probably gonna be worth your money. Like, hands down, probably worth your money. These types of Paper Mario style games are almost always worth your money. But the question is, what is the price tag going to be? And it's always concerning because you never know. You never know. If it's around the price of Bug Fables, like I said, which is 20 US, I'd say that's probably worth it. But if it's more than that, if it's more than, I'd say 25, it might be worth it at 25, depending on how many chapters are involved. If it's like your standard 6 or 7, which most Paper Marios are around 6, 7, or 8 chapters, yeah, that's probably worth it then. Depending on how much longer this demo chapter actually is in game, and all that good happy things, and what the big thing is, what's the writing gonna be? Because the writing seems to be very good, but one never knows if they're gonna be able to keep that up. I hope they will. I can tell you Bug Fables was worth, even what I played of it, worth the 20. So if it can keep around there, 20, 25, somewhere around there, less than 30, I would say. Because 30 is when you start getting into the, like, AA territory. And as much as this looks and plays well, I don't think it's going to be worth 30 to the average person. I hope it gets some traction. I really hope it does. But we won't know until it actually comes out. That's about all I can say. I like it. It's good. But we'll have to wait on the price point. Because that can really make or break an indie game's momentum. And the fact they haven't said anything has me slightly concerned from their publisher's perspective. Because they're really the ones who set the price point, not the devs. So, we'll see you all tomorrow, Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern, for more Final Fantasy XI. We'll push through these last couple of expansions in Final Fantasy XI in the first half of the year, and then we just won't have to worry about it. Then we'll be able to handle 2 different games simultaneously, and I already have ideas. If there's a game that has a demo that you want to see played, do leave a comment. I do read those. This is proof of that, as were a couple of the games during the Linux gaming game testing streams on Mondays. If there's a game that you want to know if runs on Linux, leave it in the comments. It will get added to the list, which I, again, am still in the process of compiling and organizing. Actually, I haven't even started that, but there's more games to be tried. Thousands of them. Do let me know. I'm always willing to test and try. I'm still trying to get the Windows virtual machine up and running. I crashed the hypervisor last time, and I still can't get it running, but I will get it running. We did have someone suggest boxes as the virtual machine system. The problem with that is Windows 11 has very particular requirements, and boxes does not emulate a TPU. Which is annoying. So I'll have to try and work my way around getting Looking Glass running on that old virtual machine and make it not crash the hypervisor. That's going to be fun. But I've already got the plans set up for what we're going to play next week. And I'm definitely looking forward to it because we're finally out of the deep dive of the MMOs. There's still like 4 of them to try. But I'm going to sprinkle them out through the variety pack of games we're going to play. And trust me, it's going to be a variety. We'll see you next time.